Good morning. We were discussing the various types of entrepreneurs. Now come to page number 23 and let us discuss other categories of entrepreneurs. First generation entrepreneurs. These entrepreneurs start their industrial unit by means of their own innovative skill and expertise. They usually combine different technologies to produce marketable products or services for the consumers. They are essentially innovators having no entrepreneurial background. These are the actual entrepreneurs. That means they are the people who do not have any family business or any type of past experience about entrepreneurship, but they enter into entrepreneurship, they innovate new things, new ideas for marketing the products and services, and they become successful. Now, second is inherited entrepreneurs or second generation entrepreneurs. Inherited entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs by inheritance are seen in India where they inherit the family business through succession and pass it from one generation to another. So, in this normally you will see that if the father is an entrepreneur, then his son will also become the entrepreneur. So, they inherit or the son is inheriting the entrepreneurship or business from the father. So, he will also inherit the ideas of entrepreneurship, the skills to run a business, all these things. And in India, it is very popular that normally if father is entrepreneur or businessman, the son will also become businessman. Now, third generation entrepreneurs. These are those type of entrepreneurs wherein their grandfathers and parents have been entrepreneurs and they have inherited the business. This model is very commonly found in India. So there are some business families or houses where entrepreneurship runs generation after generation. So you will find that for many generations this particular family has been in the business. So they have inherited the ideas of entrepreneurship, the qualities of entrepreneurship, because from one generation to another the entrepreneurial ideas and qualities are passing to the next generation. So because of many generations of entrepreneurship and business, they develop a better sense of entrepreneurship, a better sense of doing business, and that is why they are very easily successful. Now come to the next topic, competencies of an entrepreneur. Competencies refer to the abilities of the entrepreneur. The entrepreneurial values and attitudes provide the necessary backdrop for acquiring the sense of enterprise. It is, however, necessary that a budding entrepreneur should have the necessary competencies so that he or she can venture into an enterprise. Here, competencies means abilities. So, if any person is going to enter into entrepreneurship or business for the first time, that person should have the abilities to run the enterprise. So, what are the competencies or abilities that are required in an entrepreneur? Now, what is competency? It is defined. Competency is a set of defined behaviors that provide a structured guide enabling the identification, evaluation, and development of the behaviors in an individual. So, these are the type of behavioral attitudes and type of ideas which enable these businessmen or new businessmen to identify the opportunities, evaluate the opportunities and threats and problems, evaluate the situation, and then develop behaviors of entrepreneurs or good businessmen among themselves or within themselves. So by developing these type of ideas, the businessman would be able to develop a businessman among themselves or a successful businessman among themselves. Now what are the categories of competencies? Let us see. First is entrepreneurial competencies. These are certain basic competencies to be acquired by an entrepreneur. They relate to the type of behavior executed in the performing of various tasks in the discharge of his functions. Some of these competencies are latent in the entrepreneur. Latent means they are already present in the entrepreneur. So you will find that there are some people who are from the childhood business minded. So we can say that the person is having latent entrepreneurship, or he is latent in entrepreneurship competencies which need to be identified, nursed and nurtured. So these ideas can be identified by some person, either the person himself can identify or the family members or friend could identify these qualities of the entrepreneurship, and then that can be developed. Others are acquired through training and practice. So some other people are developing these entrepreneurial ideas through regular practice, because it happens that everybody is not born businessman. Many businessmen are developed. So when you develop business among yourself, you have to develop this businessmanship or ideas of business among yourself. So there are many MBA colleges, management colleges, which gradually develop entrepreneurs by regular trainings. So in India we have IIMs, Institute of Managements, in which entrepreneurs are developed. They are gradually developing entrepreneurial ideas and competencies among themselves. Next, initiative. What is initiative? Initiative is actually idea to take first step. So when somebody takes a first step, suppose there is a problem, the one person is taking the first step in solving that problem, we will say that the person is having the initiative, he is taking initiative. One of the most fundamental competencies required for entrepreneurs is the ability to take initiative. It is rather the first step in the enterprise. An entrepreneur has to be keen observer of the society, the commercial trends, the product types, the change dynamics, and the consumer trends. Once he or she decides to take the initiative, what matters is the speed with which he or she is going to function. So in today's situation, you will observe that many people have taken initiative to solve the problem that the society has taken. So in online classes also there are some applications, there are some websites which have taken initiative, and they have taken the advantage or first mover advantage of the situation. So you can say that Zoom application or Google Meet have taken initiative in solving the problem of online classes, and by this they are able to solve the problems and they have earned also. So since these applications are downloaded by millions of people around the world, so they are more successful. So this initiative quality of an entrepreneur makes that quality more successful, that particular person more successful. Next, creativity and innovation. Innovation, we all know that it is developing something new. Creativity, competency in creativity and innovation are sometimes basic traits of certain individuals. He or she might not have any new ideas. He or she may use the creative ideas and innovative products and services to meet the challenges of a situation, take advantage of the utility of an idea or a product to create wealth. Example, changes in packaging of potato chips. Creativity can be observed on the packaging of a product. Many products earlier were very simple packed, but today's time they are very creative and they are designed in a particular type so that they could become more attractive. So in case of Lay's, Kurkure or potato chips packet, you will find that these packets are very attractive. In case of chocolates for small children also, you can take an example of Kinder Joy. Kinder Joy is very successful because they are creative in packaging of the product. The product is in a particular shape which attracts small children and they are buying that particular product. So this creativity and innovation also helps an entrepreneur. We all know that the chocolate in the packet is the same or same type of chocolates are packed, but the packaging of the product attracts more people. So these are creativity. Now, risk taking and risk management. An entrepreneur ventures into new ideas and new service. He or she trades into areas of uncertainty There are several elements such as demand supply in the market, resources availability, acceptability of the product design, and service which throw a potential challenge to the entrepreneur. In order to attune oneself in the skill of risk taking and management, he should practice in several areas of entrepreneurial functions, such as entering into new market. For example, when Dhirubhai Ambani faced cash crunch, he took the risk of issuing shares in 1977 to the public when they were not that aware about share market. Taking the risk, it is the basic quality of an entrepreneur. So managing the risk and taking risk. So first the entrepreneur has to take risk. He has to either borrow loan from the market or issue shares from to the public so that public could subscribe and the businessman could get some cash. And in return he will employ the cash required in the business and then he will try to earn profit. Then managing the risk. Entrepreneurs are managing the risk. They are taking steps and they are entering in a risky business. Those businesses which may not be successful. So when they enter into this risky business, they know that this business is risky, we may or may not be successful. Even they enter the business and they calculate the risk and then they manage the risk. And however, most of the entrepreneurs who are well versed in this type of things, they become successful. Problem solving. Once an entrepreneur is aware that he has ventured on a new area and has taken certain calculated risks, he or she should also be aware that many problems are bound to come in the path of progress. He or she should understand that there is more than one way of solving problems. Look for alternative strategies or resources that would help to solve the problem. Generate new ideas, products, services, etc. For example, when an entrepreneur faces cash crunch, he should look for alternative sources for receiving the funds. Ratan Tata shifted the manufacturing plant of nano cars from Singur to Sanand due to unforeseen complexities. These calculated risks are the risks taken by the entrepreneur when they know that something negative may happen to my business. For example, in case of Ratan Tata, you should know that for the first time, when nano car was designed by him, he actually started the plant in West Bengal in a place called Singur. He acquired land in Singur to construct a manufacturing plant. But due to agitations by the farmers and some local politicians, he had to ultimately leave the particular state, leave West Bengal, and then he was invited to Gujarat. The then chief minister in Gujarat, he was Narendra Modi. He invited him to manufacture or set up the plant in Gujarat. So he decided to shift to Gujarat and he set up the plant in Sanand, which is in Gujarat. So nano plant was started manufacturing in Gujarat. So like this, Ratan Tata had already calculated that I may have to face such a situation, and in that case I will shift my business from one place to other. So these type of calculated risks are to be taken by the entrepreneur, and in case of any risk which arises, they have to solve the problem. Next is leadership. An entrepreneur should also be aware, also be an effective leader who should be able to guide and motivate his or her entire team. Whenever a company faces problem, it is the willpower and effective business acumen and communication skills which oversees the success of the corporation. Normally, successful entrepreneurs or businessmen are good leaders because they have to take a team of many people between in the organization under them. So Dhirubhai Ambani or Ratan Tata are considered to be good leaders because under the leadership a team of thousands of people are working in their respective companies, and in case of any problem, they face the problem and they overcome that problem with willpower and effective business skills. So business skills are present in these people, and with the help of business skills and good communication skills, they are able to overcome the problems and they bring the corporation or the company into success. Persistence. In most cases, the entrepreneurial pursuits are new and need very close attention. Creating a need in the market for enterprise is one of the main requirements of the entrepreneur. This calls for intense perseverance. Perseverance means determination. On part of entrepreneur, roadblocks to success should not deter the entrepreneur. Deter means in Hindi we called bhatkavana. So entrepreneur should not go away from the path. He should stick to the path and do not move from the path because he is facing some problem. Many times many businessmen get tired of problems and they leave the business. But this is the quality of the businessman or successful entrepreneur, that they are determined and they stick to their idea, stick to their decision, and then they become successful. For example, mixers were introduced. Mixers means mixers in the kitchen did not have many customers, but today we find it to be an essential part of kitchen accessories. So mixie were not part of kitchen way back about 30-40 years ago, and when for the first time mixie were introduced in the Indian market, they were not much successful. That means many people did not purchase mixie. But today you will observe that in every kitchen mixie is an essential part. Then, when Mahima Mehra brought out her product Hathi Chha, she had experimented on various other material before using elephant dung to manufacture handmade paper. So these entrepreneurs have to try again and again with different ideas to make their product. So in case of Mahima Mehra also, she tried different types of product to make handmade paper, and then she was successful once. So to make a bulb also, it is said that Thomas Alva Edison had tried about 2000 times with different material, and after that only he was successful in making this type of bulb. So like this, every entrepreneur have to try many times to become successful. Quality performance. Since also entrepreneurs value outstanding performance, one of the behavioral skills necessary is the sensitivity to and concern for standards and quality of work. One develops the skill of comparing the quality of the products, services with certain standards which he or she himself evolves or are set by others. For example, Steve Jobs, the brain behind Apple and iPod, is known to value quality in all the products introduced by the company. We all know that product will be sold in the market or it will become popular in the market when we offer good quality at better price. So Apple, iPhone or iPod, these are the examples of product in which they were popular when they were of good quality and they were liked by people. If they had average quality or below average quality, they would not have become so successful. So the entrepreneurs who pay attention on quality of the product, they are able to become successful, and they test the quality of product by setting up standards. So in today's times also we will find that the product which have better quality, they become successful, and the product which were earlier popular but due to poor quality, they are out of the market. In case of mosquito repellent, you will find that today Maxo and Goodnight, Maxo and All Out are more popular. Goodnight, which was old product and popular earlier, but today Goodnight is so much not so much popular. Dettol has always maintained a quality, and that is why it is able to make a place in the market. And like this, there are several products. In case of liquid blue, you will observe Ujala is very popular today, but there was a time when drop-in liquid was more popular. So when Ujala kept a balance of quality and price, they offered good quality at affordable price. Ujala became popular. So these are some examples in which quality performance would make the entrepreneurs ahead of others. Information seeking. Information plays a very crucial role at every stage of enterprise building and management. The quality and extent of information collected and the way these have been used to make various decisions by and large decide the success and failure of any entrepreneurial venture. They can get this information by personally conducting research using feedback from previous related experience. Seeking information. We all know that product designing is based on information. Research also is based on information. So as an entrepreneur, if you have the information about the product, more you have the information, better could be your product, better will be your research work. And on the basis of these better product and research, they make better products, and thus information and the ability of the entrepreneur to get more and more information pays him in the form of good product. Systematic planning. Next is systematic planning. Every entrepreneur has limited resources in terms of time, finance, and manpower. They invest their life saving and total energy in creating entrepreneurial ventures and cannot afford to lose or waste these. Before putting the whole enterprise into operation, he is required to develop a detailed blueprint. So what is blueprint? Blueprint is also a plan. Blueprint is a set of plan in which all the steps in performing one particular activity are detailedly written or written in detail. So each step is then followed by that entrepreneur one by one. So all these steps written in detail are called blueprint. So every entrepreneur has to make a plan better because he has limited time, limited money, and since entrepreneurs, when they start the business, they are not very rich people. Say gradually they make money. So entrepreneurs have to make the use of finance or money effectively by planning properly. And since they have lack of time also, because if they lose time or if they waste time, some other product will become popular. So quickly they have to make the product, design the product, and make it popular in the market. Pursuance and influencing others. This is one of the qualities of an entrepreneur. So, one of the important functions of an entrepreneur is to influence the environment comprising of individuals and institutions for mobilizing resources, obtaining inputs, organizing production, and selling products and services. They have to practice highlighting the strong points of the products and services in the market, explaining the technological competencies of their enterprise to produce quality goods and services. So they have or they should have the quality of pursuing others or persuading others and influencing others, because if you are able to persuade the others, then you will be able to make your product sellable. Suppose you have produced a new type of toy, so who will purchase that toy? Obviously the customers, but the wholesalers or the retailers of the toy should purchase your product and they should sell your product in their shops. So you have to persuade the shopkeepers, you have to persuade the wholesalers so that they promote your product otherwise they will product other companies product. So they have to mobilize different resources, use the resources, obtain information, and then organize production, produce the goods, and sell the product by persuading the people. Next is enterprise launching competencies. Opportunities exist, but not all people respond to them. Large groups in society can perceive only the apparent and traditional openings of earning. Similarly, resources are also available to all members of the society, but very few make efforts to ensure best use of these resources. Entrepreneurs should identify and avail the facilities and resources needed to launch their enterprises. Launching the enterprise is very important. If it is launched in a proper way and it is made popular, then they become successful. You will observe that in recent times some companies like Patanjali have been very successfully launching their product. Whenever they launch their product, they get media attention, they make too much of advertisement, and they popularize the product when they launch it. So when people keep attention or pay attention on their product, they automatically are advertised and they have customer base. So launching the business or enterprise is also very important. Then enterprise management competencies. Managing the enterprise may be small or big, but it demands management abilities on the part of its owner or manager. Various management functions such as production, marketing, finance, etc. are crucial functions to the entrepreneurs. These influence the result directly and therefore are necessary determinants for sustenance, sustenance of an enterprise. So, to manage the enterprise, it is also a thing which should be managed, or the competency or ability to manage the enterprise should be present in the entrepreneur, because he has to take various types of functions such as production, marketing, finance, producing the products, selling the product, financing for raw material purchase. So these are important for the businessman, and by these functions properly done, the result or outcome of the business is good, and they determine the success of the enterprise in future. So this is all about the competencies of the enterprise entrepreneur. So this is with this we conclude the class today. In the next class we will discuss the case study. Thank you.